the people who are saying they are engaging the state on their behalf to be freed, number one, they have never come here to see them.
Isn't that shameful?
And so they're saying, why are those people saying they speak for us, saying they're engaging the state on our behalf to be freed, but they have never come to see us. We have never spoken to them. They don't know anything about our matters. They don't know what we are going through.
And that is the script. Create a debate about something nothing, useless, something which I said is gibberish, nonsensical, to cover up as a smoke screen.
Insinuating is being used.
I am telling you, this is the point I am making, that script that was choreographed somewhere.
The reason they are behind bars is because one man and one system has said they want to remain in power. Now it's been 40 years, and they're saying they will remain in power willy-nilly. That's why they will arrest polling agents. That's why they will get all these political actors and they lock them up. These are not criminals. No, otherwise evidence should have been produced. And so they're saying that kind of meaningful dialogue should be about our country. It should be in the open. It should have all stakeholders involved.
They were crafting the script that what role are you going to play in this red herring?
And so his role is
in distracting public debate from pertinent issues, the crisis there is in the country. Of the humanitarian crisis we are faced with, crimes against humanity being committed against Ugandans, the dilemma Ugandans are facing about their destiny, the future of this country. This is what should be at the center of our conversation. Now you are discussing, we are not doing it in solidarity with the doctor. I wish Nsibambi knew how much we are hurting. He shouldn't have said that statement.
And yes, indeed, presenting to you from these United States of the America, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you're watching me and at whatever time you might watch this conversation. My name is Mordecai Morisa, and you're welcome to Mordecai Morisa Live. Exactly. Ooh, okay. Oh, yeah. I immensely appreciate you all, folks, ladies and gentlemen, who are tuning in at this particular moment. Thank you so much for all your feedbacks. Thank you so much for subscribing, and thank you so much for sharing this content with people out there. It is still more about the real liberation struggle of the Ugandan people, the African people, and the entire world at large. So I'll give you more updates. As you know, Museveni rigged the 2026 elections through means of domination, intimidation, complete manipulation, and coercion. He employed violence, and he continues to do so. That's what we're going to be looking at. What's coming in from his very grotesque, selfish games he usually plays. He's employed a few people. It is shameless what they're doing. Let's do this. So now, ladies and gentlemen, as you all know that, like I mentioned, you know this is on news, Museveni rigged the 2026 elections. He's been doing this. This has pretty much become, has been normalized that you go into an election knowing that Museveni is going to steal this election. And now I know usually people ask now, why then would you participate in this election? Because we hold on to that hope that maybe somebody might have an epiphany. Could be the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, or maybe the Ugandan people will non-violently rise up after recognizing the rigging. So we continue to participate in this system. We know that it's already rigged against us, but hoping that maybe things may be different in one or another. So we continue holding on to that hope. So now, shortly after the 2026 elections, where his political opponent was placed under house arrest, they attempted to arrest him. He survived by a whisker, and since then he's been on a run. We don't know where he is. He's been posting videos, Bobby Wine, I'm referring to Bobby Wine, posting messages on his Facebook. Now, Museveni brought in the African Union members headed by former Nigerian President Goodluck Jonathan to be observers. Of course, you know what they do, and they are from many African countries who have normalized corruption, lawlessness, and impunity. So, Ebele Goodluck Jonathan endorsed the election victory of Museveni. But since they do not know where Bobby Wine is and they're afraid of what he might do next, they do not know. Museveni is trying to find ways of how he can sell this lie to the outside world. Now, he's created an environment where some folks within the opposition are seeking to, for his attention, to mediate, to have negotiations. All this is 100% choreographed. It is a complete lie. So there's a few members within the opposition who lost the election, parliamentary elections and whatever, who have decided to go and meet Museveni in an attempt to, let's have a conversation so that we bring the country together. We need to preach peace and unity. Liars. These are brazen attempts to hijack the real struggle of the Ugandan people. For these folks, for their political conveniency, they want to paint a picture that, oh, see, Museveni is a reconciler. We are even able to sit him on a round table. So they've been pushing for these backdoor mediations without the knowledge of the people they claim to represent, let alone their consent. So there's many political prisoners across the country, many prisons across the country, and torture chambers. And a group of opportunists and soft seekers headed by none other than Mawokota South Member of Parliament, outgoing Member of Parliament, Nsibambi, Yusuf, and Latif Sebagala, and a few others went and met Museveni. Since then, they have received fire from the general public saying, no, you're doing those stuff of meeting Museveni on your own. You do not represent us. They came out and said, we represent the Ugandan people. We want to reconcile. We want to preach peace. This is, like I said, 100% a choreographed political maneuver that reeks of an attempt, one, to sanitize the election rigging of Museveni and to whitewash the political climate that is marred by lawlessness and impunity. That's it. So the political prisoners came out, oh boy, they spoke unequivocal. They said, you do not represent us. You've never paid a visit. You've never stepped a single step in prisons to check on us, to know how we're doing, to get our opinions. But you want to represent us? Here is the leader of opposition, Joel Ssenyonyi, shortly after leaving Luzira Maximum Prison. This is what they had to say.
The other challenge that the inmates have told us, they have been watching certain political actors who are saying they're engaging the state.
Coffee time.
On their behalf. The question these inmates are asking, and they have told us to also ask, the people who are saying they are engaging the state on their behalf to be freed. Mm-hmm. Number one, they have never come here to see them.
Isn't that shameful?
And so they're saying, why are those people saying they speak for us, saying they're engaging the state on our behalf to be freed, but they have never come to see us. We have never spoken to them. They don't know anything about our matters. They don't know what we are going through. For all this while, they have never come to see them. And so the prisoners are saying, clearly these people are not speaking for us, they're speaking for themselves.
Exactly.
They're also wondering, because some of them are lawyers, how come they have never been to court?
Exactly.
Whether it be as lawyers, whether it be to stand in solidarity with these people, all the time they have been to court, and they have been, for some of them, for a long time, years. So they're saying these fellows who are out there saying we are speaking, meeting Mr. Museveni regarding these political prisoners, prisoners are saying, how come these people have never come to see us in prison? We have never seen them at court to stand in solidarity with us or to represent us as lawyers, because a number of them are senior lawyers.
Like Yusuf Nsibambi, who led the team of politicians. He taught law to many of political prisoners. He knows what he's doing. But how come he's never represented them in any courts of law? He's never fought for them. But it comes out, oh, I'm going to represent you in regards to meeting Museveni.
And so they are baffled. They are wondering what deals are being cut, what engagements are happening, because if somebody is speaking on your behalf, you should have a meeting of minds.
Exactly.
That has not happened. Their instructive narrative is, number one, they're innocent. And that's why for all of these many years, for some of them, trial has never kicked off. The state says it is still looking for evidence. How do you look for evidence for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus years?
And you know, that's why I tell you that, you know, this is all choreographed, because these people are innocent. And how did we shift our attention from the opening up of trumped-up charges against this innocent individual to looking at him as a perpetrator of the lawlessness and impunity and absolve the real perpetrator, the tormentor of this innocent person? How did we get to that point? Like, you might be watching me and be like, hey, Monica, you don't know how difficult, how bad it is in Ugandan prison. I truly understand. And if some people want to really engage in mediations and receive their freedom, they can do it. Hey, they're all adults. They choose whatever they want to do. But there's so many we know who have refused, who have rejected to cut deals with the government, where they say, we want you to admit that you are a terrorist, agree to these trumped-up charges, and then we forgive you. They've said no. So I'm speaking for those people. But isn't it crazy that as a nation, we have shifted our attention from the tormentor of our people, that we have now started blaming the victim of the lawlessness and impunity of the Museveni tyrannical regime? How did we get to that point? Many of these people are innocent, if not all of them. But no. Now let's blame them and absolve Museveni. Jeez.
So these people are saying they have never committed any offense. If they had committed any offense, it should have been brought in court a long time ago.
Yep.
That has never happened. They know that they are behind bars for political reasons.
Exactly.
Their way of looking at political dialogue is, number one, it should be in the open. Number two, it should have all actors involved. And that it should be about our country, Uganda.
Exactly.
Because the reason they are behind bars is because of our governance issues. That's why they are behind bars and others will probably be brought. And so they are saying any dialogue, according to them, that would make sense is a dialogue about our country that should be in the open. A dialogue that should have guarantors. Yes, you have seen some of these, senior leaders world over. Some of them are former presidents, the likes of Olusegun, Obasanjo, His Excellency. Some could even say UN. Numerous guarantors that are out there that are available to guarantee that, okay, we are having a dialogue about our country, about the governance of our country, about the transition question of our country.
Exactly. That's the most important question, the transition.
The reason they are behind bars is because one man and one system has said they want to remain in power. Now it's been 40 years, and they're saying they will remain in power willy-nilly. That's why they will arrest polling agents. That's why they will get all these political actors and they lock them up. These are not criminals. No, otherwise evidence should have been produced. And so they're saying that kind of meaningful dialogue should be about our country. It should be in the open. It should have all stakeholders involved. And it should be about our country, governance of our country, transition. And so they are saying these fellows who are out there are posturing to be speaking on their behalf. Really, they are making deals on their own. This is what the prisoners are saying. And it hurts them that somebody is trying to benefit out of their plight.
Exactly. Sad.
You go and you're pretending to be speaking on their behalf so that you get some money, because the number of these, as we have seen, they failed to make it through the election. We do here, they have got loans and so on. Some are looking for positions because now they didn't retain their MP positions, so they want to be appointed RDC and so on. And so these prisoners are saying it hurts them that some people are out there using their plight for their benefit.
And then how selfish must you be to get to that point that you do not care about the rights of an individual that are being abused, fundamental rights, as long as you advance your political ambitions and launch a gaslighting movement? That's what Latif Sebagala and the ilk have been doing, being hosted on several media houses where they gaslight the nation. Oh, he's the president. We want to negotiate on those political prisoners. Now, another one who weighed in was none other than the outgoing Lord Mayor of the camp of Kampala, and none other than Elias Lukwago.
That is one. Two, for one to talk about a dialogue, by the way, before I even talk about the specifics, let me also again put it in a context. This gibberish called dialogue.
Exactly, it's gibberish.
Read together with the Nsibambi's rantings about his electoral loss
Yeah.
in Mawokota South. Is nothing else but red herring.
Exactly.
It's red herring.
Why do you describe
Actually,
it
what
so?
we are doing right now, to have a conversation about the same, we are playing into their script, their scheme.
What's the scheme? What's behind the scene that we may not understand?
It's well choreographed.
Exactly.
It's a scripted comedy, I am telling you. And it's for a purpose.
In whose favor?
In Museveni's favor, definitely. You see, it happens with the fascist regimes. That's what they normally do. You see, after the mess you have created in our election, actually overthrowing the constitution, overthrowing the people's sovereign authority, overthrowing the will of the people, they will always work around the schemes of creating a debate, a red herring of sorts.
Exactly.
I'm surprised people are just taking Nsibambi's rantings lately.
Lord Mayor, when you
Brilliant. I saw somebody who commented and said, this man is running mad. Absolutely, he's not. Like he said, after overthrowing the people's mandate, the constitution, fascist regimes like that of Museveni create an environment where they want you to look at everything as normal. Oh, the mediation's going on. And Museveni, who employed violent means to keep himself in power, is now purporting himself as a reconciler, as a mediator. Oh, they say is this bad? But look at him, he's meeting his opposition. He wants the naive, the ignorant, the low information rubes who support him to look at him and say like, okay, Museveni is a good man. See, he's meeting his opposition. And they are. Some rubes within Rachtura, in Intungam, in Bushenyi where he come from, in Kotido, in Mayuge, or in Kampala. They are. Some that have been manipulated, that fall prey to the tactics of Museveni. He's playing them. Oh, Museveni is... He doesn't. Like of recent, I was talking about Museveni's political rhetoric that frames his political opponents as terrorists, bad elements, enemies of the state. So is he now reconsidering or changing his mind about these political opponents? Absolutely not. This is all by design.
say
Let me
this
first
is
talk
a
about the-
choreography.
Yep.
Break it down, because many would have expected that, okay, probably
Brilliant from Elias Lukwago.
these are members of parliament who have lost and they're seeking audience.
No, before
President,
it is twofold. I wanted to segment it.
okay, we start off from the script, which you're
No, the script has got two strands.
break that down.
One, dialogue, that gibberish called dialogue, and then Nsibambi's rantings about his electoral loss. Because these are now the two issues dominating public space. debate.
Exactly.
Let's start from the dialogue. And why do you
Why
relate
not
it
the
as
rantings?
All right, whichever. Let's start from the rantings. Why the rantings looping into the dialogue conversation?
People think that actually this Nsibambi has gone bonkers. Not at all.
No.
That gentleman is very intelligent.
Exactly.
I know him very well.
This guy,
For starters, he's my lecturer, he's my teacher. He taught me law at
Yeah.
law school way back in 1993, criminal law and procedure. And I've worked with him at different levels, even in some cases, Dr. Sulaiman Chigunka and others. I know him very well. He knows what he's doing. And he's on a mission. Even the talk that gibberish is coming up, is spewing out, I'm sorry to use that tough language. He's exaggerated. that he did this for the voters, that they have frustrated him, they have disappointed him, they have betrayed him, and what not. It's a comment which now he's being bought in by the people who are gullible. Every public debate right now, whether in taxis, whether on the border stage, whether it's in markets, whether in arcades, even in offices, everywhere, they are debating about Nsibambi. It's as if actually he was a presidential candidate. And that is the script. Create a debate about something in nothing, useless, something which I said is gibberish, nonsensical, to cover up as a smoke screen.
Insinuating is being used.
I am telling you, this is the point I am making, that script that was choreographed somewhere.
How then do these other members of parliament all come through? And he said there were many others just...
who are ranting like him.
No. Others, they were...
No, I was talking about his rantings first. If you want now to take me to the dialogue, I wanted to explain that issue of the rantings and the way he has exaggerated them, the way he has spiced them to kind of the melodrama surrounding the same, and the airspace is being given, which is unprecedented.
He's sour graping about his loss?
No, he's not sour graping. He's on a mission to create that kind of debate so that you forget about the enforced disappearances, the crisis we are faced in the country.
Would it then be that it was an intended loss? I mean, everyone...
No.
I love this. Hey, you might miss a point here. I'm sorry for laughing, but he's insisting. You know, if you paid attention to the ranting over that guy in Nsibambi, some people look, I felt prayerful to that, to his lies, when he's, I don't want to necessarily say, because I said this man needs to be rehabilitated. I made that video yesterday. But he's exaggerated on the way he expresses his election loss. And we all might pay attention to him, that we forget the most important question. Why is Bobi Wine is not in his home? Why is still there heavy security deployment? Why are they keeping Bobi Wine and his wife and the rest of other leaders of NUP at their radar? All these questions should be asked. But now we're paying attention to the rantings that are really pretty much comedic, if you ask me, from Nsibambi. It is if there's one who really choreographed this, is good at this.
In an election and loses.
He told you he had a meeting with General Kaguta Museveni in January, before elections. What were they discussing?
Lights off.
You get the point? So, he actually, if you can connect the dots, we proceed?
Yes, please.
If you can connect the dots, he does not reveal what they discussed in that meeting in January. When he was a candidate,
yes,
he doesn't reveal to you. But if you connect the dots, you can tell that they were looking at the aftermath of the election, how to manage it. The script we are talking about. They were crafting the script that what role are you going to play in this red herring?
And so in
distracting public debate from pertinent issues, the crisis there is in the country, of the humanitarian crisis we are faced with, crimes against humanity being committed against Ugandans, the dilemma Ugandans are facing about their destiny, the future of this country. This is what should be at the center of our conversation. Now you are discussing
the meeting.
Forget about the meeting. I have not come to the meeting. You are discussing rantings. I've followed this in the media.
Brilliant. That's so wonderful. Oh my God. I'm guilty. I'm an idiot. I'll admit I'm an idiot. I pretty much, this is the true definition of diversion. They make you look here or they're doing some crazy stuff here. Absolutely. But I wasn't too extreme on paying attention. Oh my God.
Whether it's in traditional or conventional media or it's in social media, it's about Nsibambi's rantings.
That is why my choice for conversation was actually this particular meeting and whether it does hold any.
Now I come to the meeting.
Yes.
To the dialogue. You see, if a dialogue would happen, because I told you, it's also part of the script. Even after election cycle, Mr. Museveni talks about a dialogue. A dialogue. A dialogue.
Yeah, now he went on to explain about how the video showed, but I saw a clip where he was talking about this dialogue is to create an image of Museveni as a reconciler. Again, now, it is twofold. One, he's got one way he plays, distract, divert the attention of the people, of the Ugandan people, from the most pertinent issues. Two, sell to the outside world and a few folks within Uganda that, hey, actually Museveni is a reconciler. He's reconciling with these opposition folks who are opposed to him. Oh my Lord. I love this. Okay, lastly.
Okay. Even if he did not talk to us, the leadership of PFF.
But he took it upon himself as a leader, a national leader.
Why did he have to take a swipe at us? The lawyers.
That's choreography. That's, again, why is he attacking Besigye?
You know, it pains me that the lawyers for Dr. Besigye are posturing. Just that we're playing to the gallery, to the cameras and whatnot. That
was unfortunate.
That we are just on self-promotion, recognition. We are not doing it in solidarity with the doctor. I wish Nsibambi knew how much we are hurting. He shouldn't have said that statement. What he said about my brother Mwanga Kivumbi, that the way that the approach we are taking is wrong. Which one have you shared with us? Couldn't he approach us at Katonga? Or privately at my home or anywhere, if he invited me, that please, my brother, the approach you are taking in Mwanga's case is wrong. Have you looked at those bullets going through Mwanga's home?
All right.
The lives lost at Mwanga's home.
Sure.
Families are still crying, they lost their loved ones. And we are asking government, why are you persecuting Mwanga instead of investigating those who perpetrated these heinous crimes of murder, cold blood murder? And then instead of condemning the people who perpetrated the murder, Nsibambi is taking a swipe at me. That why did you go all the way to take that? Why are you taking that approach? In the case of Dr. Besigye, that why did we have to import in Martha Karua?
Brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, I love that. It's so sad how opportunistic can people be. Opportunistic. It's really, really sad. Now, there's more clips that I can play you to really show you the extent at which these folks are going. But I think I should stop there. I have one where, I think I'll go on and play it, where this guy, one of the folks that made Museveni, saying, we are now recruiting.
We are now recruiting a team of politicians as stakeholders.
Now, you know what? This is a signal to more charlatans and opportunists. They're telling them, hey, we got a deal here. We got some money. Actually, it's going to reveal. We got some money here. Are you willing to betray your principles and values? We are recruiting.
Who are ready and waiting to interact with Mr. Museveni about dialogue.
You got some money, right?
No, we have requested for money.
We have requested for money. Sending a signal to soft seekers. We have requested for money. Can you hear us? There's money coming. Please come and join us.
And this money is not for... Have you heard of Okwekubaka for free?
That is, it is meant for.
Mediation.
That's what it is meant for.
No, it is a budget that will run this process.
For recruitment.
Well, recruitment, did you get me right? We are trying
It's stammering.
now, like we went few.
You said you're recruiting.
Yes, we went a few of
Recruiting
us.
for what?
We want people who will be willing to dialogue.
Of course, they're looking for people who can play the role of the opposition. See, we are opposed to the Museveni regime, but we are sitting down with him. all to sanitize and whitewash the lawlessness and the impunity of the Museveni tyrannical empire. It is sad. Now, it is very easy to lose hope. Usually I have to talk about this every video I make. It is very easy to lose hope at this moment when you watch all these kind of things. The Machiavellian way of playing politics of Museveni. Museveni right now is thumping his chest. Yeah, I've won. When he sees all these people. To them, reducing them to mere beggars that would justify, validate his criminality. When he sees them, I think Timothy Snyder writes in the book on tyranny, chapter 1, it says, do not obey in advance, because when you do that, you show power what it can do. So Museveni has been able to keep himself in power for this long because of people like those ones that you saw on the screen, who are willing to betray their principles and values, to compromise things they believe in, all in pursuit for money, proximity to power, appointments, and to mention but a few. This doesn't necessarily mean that you should lose hope. You who still believes in the values of the rule of law, of the constitutionalism, of the respect of human rights, you should keep going. I'm gonna poorly paraphrase this quote from Martin Luther King Jr., but I think he said that people of goodwill must organize as much as the people of ill will. If we see Museveni with this kind of organization, yet his is ill will, how about you of goodwill? You should not get tired, like Museveni has not gotten tired, with hope that in the end, light will triumph over darkness. It is possible. That's if you and I don't give up, continue to believe in the values that we believe in. Let me know what you think. My name is Mordecai Murisa. Stick around. I think I'll make a commentary about the same. I saw, again, Muhammad Nsereko trying to justify this meeting. Again, like they said, they're recruiting, so I wasn't surprised. So, see you later. For now, bye-bye.